Lost my train of thought. Hey, we're at DJ Expo 2018 looking at some of the cool things, and that brought me over to the Atlanta photo booth. And we've talked to Steve about a lot of his different products and such. Well, if you know Steve, this man is creating and changing and modifying, and we're going to check out some of his new additions and some of his updates here. Steve, let's start with the Rover here. You've got a couple of them here that, geez, people have been watching and looking at and having some fun with here at the show.
Yeah, John, thanks. We've been getting great response to the Rover, and a lot of people are using them in many different ways right now, which is awesome. I mean, we've gotten all kinds of hugs and high fives and stuff from people that have bought them, and that's been excellent. We've gone ahead and we've updated a couple of neat things on them. If you notice down below, we have the new light, which is a lot more fancy than the old light that used to be on it. We've increased height a tiny bit, and we've also increased the drivetrain on it, so it's got a little more torque, so it can run longer, and we've also doubled the battery capacity, so you can also power your iPad and stuff off of the batteries in this. So now it's completely self-contained. You should be able to get seven plus hours out of this thing, driving it around pretty heavily, and it's just really neat. It's a really neat iCatcher.
Steve, let's look at the remote. Now, we haven't really looked at that too terribly much. Tell us a little bit about the remote they're using.
Okay, this is just a regular 2.4 gigahertz wireless controller. It's made for airplanes and stuff like that, and the cool thing about it is you can drive the Rover farther than you can see, so you never have to worry about it getting out of range. It is line of sight when you get out to a ridiculously far range, but in a building, you can drive it all around and just watch it. I've actually put an iPhone on it before, so I could, watch through the iPhone, and we drove it around the entire place without being able to actually see it.
Oh, nice. Now, as I'm looking at it, of course, and we talked about this a little bit, but some people might be seeing this for the first time. Let's look at the ring. You've got a different light here on the ring as opposed to some I've seen where they're not using that two different type of LED.
Yeah, we have the dual color temperature, which is nice so that you can overcome stuff like sodium halide lights, or if you have bright sunlight or whatever, you can actually add supplemental light to almost too much of a degree. You'll never really use all the light power you have on here. Down relatively dim works very nicely, but it's nice because you have the warm and the cool, so you can really balance your stuff out without having to go into the software and actually do white balance.
Now, this particular version is using the new iPad Pro, is that correct?
Yes, this is using the 10.5. Now, we have a spacer system inside where these are all set so that they can use all the way up to a 12.9.
Oh, nice.
So by simply removing the faceplate, there's little screws inside, you can take the faceplate off and you can change it from a 9.7 to a 10.5 or a 12.9. We even have a Surface Pro mount for it as well now. So we're constantly looking to see if there's other neat computers that'll fit inside, and we're adding faceplates for them.
So this is the Rover, and you had two of them that have been going around the trade show floor, and people are having a lot of fun with that. Let's go look at some of the others now for people who maybe don't want to have that mobile one.
Okay, this one here is basically the same head, and I apologize, we're at the end of the show and the thing is shut off. It is a standalone version of basically the same thing as the Rover, and it does run on an iPad. This one is a 12.9 inch. And they're also set up with the handles and stuff, so you can roam with them. So you can go around and do the, photography at the events where somebody can carry it to the users, which is lovely. And this whole thing breaks down into 3 small sections. And we do have carrying cases for it as well. So those go right in. And once again, the batteries and stuff, it uses standard Sony NPT batteries, so you can go ahead and you can change, between them. And leapfrog them if you need to recharge them or anything like that, but these do the combination of them. It's still on almost 100%, and that's been running for 7.5 hours today. So
yeah, they've been all day long.
Yeah, so they make it an entire day, no problem.
How heavy is that now? Because you've got the 2 batteries and the different pieces and parts there. How heavy does that get to be?
The whole thing, I believe, when it was weighed, is like 27 pounds.
Oh wow!
So it's 2 fingers. I'm just lifting it up and down.
And then so the little moving the head part of it's got to be, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I mean that's a good portion of it. Yep. I mean the base is steel. I mean this part's steel, so that is going to be probably the heaviest portion of it. I think that's. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere around 12 or 13 pounds, and then with the base, you're looking at almost 20 just for the base part.
Yeah, so the top would be light enough where it could easily be moved around and such.
Sure, and it's got little ring spots, so you can put a strap around it if you're going to carry it around for any extended period of time. You can just have it kind of hanging around your neck.
Very good idea. Very good idea. So let's turn here. I'm going to switch hands. Excuse me. This is what happens when we do a live one-take video, so you guys can see this immediately tonight. What do we have here?
This is the updated Venue Pro, and basically what we've done is we've changed a couple things inside. As far as horsepower wise, the processors are bigger and stuff like that. We've also changed the lighting, so as opposed to the single color LED strips type stuff that most people are using, we're using the programmable WS2812 LEDs, which allow you to do the chases and the neat little things. And this is just doing a little rainbow chase right now, but you can actually set it to do all kinds of neat little effects. And then of course when you touch it, it does turn to the white, giving you the big the big glow that you need for taking nice photos. So that's the way that works, and that is the little updates we've done to it. And other than that, it's the same old Venue Pro that everybody knows and loves. Very
nice unit, and I like that clean look that you have with the Venue Pro.
Thank you.
And if I would just stand still at the proper time, we'd have a good picture. Let's continue on. We've got another one in back here.
That is basically a black version of the one that I just described right here. That is the same thing. It's a Venue Pad. So that is the iPad version of, basically like the Rover. It is the standalone kind. It's 3 pieces. You have the base, you have the pedestal, and the top once again with the handles, so you can take it off and roam with it and everything. And this is set up right now with Curator software, so you can take single photos or boomerang GIFs right now, and that allows you to send them directly to your phone via text or email. And then from there you can send them to pretty much any social media type of thing. So there's John right there, and then I can take it and send it to me, and boop, and there you go. It's off to me. And that's how that works. So these are really slick. They're a good stopgap when you have a customer who might not want to pay for the more expensive photo booth options you have. These are great to drop in there because they have a very low cost of startup, a very low cost of operation, and people just love them. They love the fact that they can share.
Nice. Let's look at the last big one right out front here. I'll let you step out first. That'll make it easier for us to get through. Because again, we're doing this in our one take. The mirror.
The mirror. Okay, this is the mirror, which has become somewhat iconic. I mean, the just mirror as a form factor. Everybody knows about them now, and they've become extremely popular. What we've done is we've taken the mirror form factor and we've made it so that it folds up into a very nice little compact box, and the frame on the top comes off magnetically. You just take it right off. The front of our booth itself, or the front of our mirror itself, the cover actually becomes a table. So we just have that over there so people can see that does become that. So you can use that as a props table or a printer table or whatever. So the front does become a table. That's an exclusive thing to us. It does come with the LED lights. It has the 42-inch TV behind it. It comes loaded with animations and all kinds of stuff that you've come to expect from a mirror. And it does have nifty things now where you can do things like add emojis or add a wig or mustaches or something like that in the end, or you can just plain doodle on it, much like you had a Sharpie and you just wanted to write on your photo.
Right.
So it's all self-contained. You plug it in, and it has a nice power pass port on the back, so you can just plug everything into the back. No reaching your arm down inside, and no setting anything up. It's like a 3-minute setup.
I'm going to wander back here
for
kind of take a look at the back.
You're good to go. Down there in the bottom left, you'll see the little power pass panel. And that's kind of a nifty addition to it as well.
And it's nice and clean back here. You don't have a lot of cords, just a little bit there showing that you don't have a lot of dangling cords that some people really hate.
Nope, just the 2 you need, and you do have additional power right there as well if you do need to plug anything else in. Also, on the new one, we have gone ahead and we've made it so you can remove the baby pin on top. Some people ask that we make this where this can come off, so now the flash mount itself will remove completely so that when you have a cover over this, it is 100% flush. Nothing to bang into anything.
That sounds great. I'm going to just turn this around, and we're going to do this the old-fashioned way, and it's probably going to be off, but that's okay. This is what a one-take video is like, so you guys can get to see it right away. Steve, a lot of great stuff here at DJ Expo. If people want to find out more information, where can they go to buy and do the whole thing?
They can go to AtlantaPhotoBooth.com, or they can call me directly at 404-934-4030.
And the phone number is on the website, so you guys can find it there. And we'll put those links in the description below so you can check them out. But we are at DJ Expo checking out the Atlanta photo booth here. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, John.